Hi guys, how you doing today? Now, I quickly wanted to come on here to talk about something that has been really disturbing me for the last 24 hours. And it's the video that has been circulating about Denise Belfont, Saucy Wow. Okay, I will get on a girl being kicked out of her apartment or kicked out of the room that she was staying in, lodging in for whatever time, as well as the fact of her being escorted out or arrested or whatever the situation might be. Now I listened to the video in its entirety. I saw the pictures, I saw and I was reading the comments, but what was really bothering me is the fact that these people put this lady out during a pandemic. Forget about her other issues, whether she's messy, whether she wasn't paying her mortgage in Trinidad. That's really none of our concern. But what is the problem is the fact of how we think. The majority of us, because I've been reading the comments, the majority of us think that we can't fall from grace, or we cannot be put out of an apartment, or that we cannot fall on hard times. And so many comments is on here laughing at her and ridiculing her, but y'all forget we're living in very serious times. We're living in a pandemic. If you guys don't understand what this is, or you're living abroad, or you're living somewhere that is not being affected as bad as it has been here for us in New York, then you're crazy. Okay? It is serious out here. Now, legally, it's illegal what they're doing, putting her out. Okay, here in New York, you cannot do that. Once you occupy an apartment for 30 days or more, you are considered a legal resident, whether or not you're paying rent. Now, this lady probably has been here before pre-pandemic, and she's probably got stuck here like a lot of people have been stuck in other parts of the country, other parts of the world. People are stuck in Africa. People are stuck in Grenada. People are stuck all over the place because they're not able to come back because of the travel restrictions. There's no parties. There's no fetes. There's no shows. There's no boat rides. There's no water cooler. There is none of that happening here. So for months, this lady probably have been without an income. Not to say that she should not pay them their money. Okay? The point that I'm making is that what they did to her yesterday and saying, oh, they have to put her stuff out on the street. Let me tell you, that lady that is encouraging Mr. Tony to put her out on the street, Mr. Tony, she's going to get your ass in trouble. Okay? Because you cannot legally do that. There is no judge here in New York City that's going to uphold the decision that you guys made to throw this lady out. Worse yet, there's a child. Oh, sorry, I thought my drink fell. Worse yet, there's a child that seems to be a part of her household. An infant that seems to be a part of her household. This is unacceptable. You want her, now granted, housing court is closed. Housing court has been closed for months. Okay? However, there are programs in place for Mr. Tony to get back his money if he wasn't getting paid. Okay? There's programs in place for you to get your money. And you should have went the legal route, because what you're doing is illegal. You cannot put her out like that. For you to put her out like that, you have to get a court order. It doesn't matter if it's a room. You have to get a court order. Now, my mom had went through a terrible experience with a tenant who didn't pay her for almost 6 months. My mother had to go into her savings, her life savings, to be able to cover that $2,200 mortgage. That $2,200 rent for the tenant. That wasn't a mortgage. That's just the $2,200 rent she had to cover. For months. My mom almost went insane. It's a very stressful situation. However, she knew that there was the only way that she could have done anything was through the law. And sometimes the law, it snails and it drags on. But it's the law and it's there for a reason. How dare you guys put this lady out or get her put out in the middle of a pandemic. Do you guys know what a pandemic is? There's people here dropping like flies. Now, granted, she may have had a show last week, but how much money could she have possibly made in that show? Even if she did, I'm not saying, I don't know. But it's just not enough. And one of the problems is I think we're so quick to judgment. We're so quick to rush. Oh, she ain't paying her rent in her mortgage in Trinidad, and they take back her house. She ain't paying this. She ain't paying that. She's no different from a lot of us. A lot of us make these financial mistakes, and we sabotage ourselves, our finances. We sabotage our lives by making wrong decisions. However, it is not in our place to sit here and ridicule her and condemn her and talking about she wearing the woman dress and this and that. That is so disgusting. It's very disgusting. You know, it's very inhumane. And for them people to be getting on, it was just so disgusting to me, that whole interaction. And then y'all had the nerve to open up the room and be showing the people her room. The lady's living in a room, not no 3-bedroom apartment where she could think, and especially she's living there with kids. Come on, y'all. Y'all being real ignorant and being real insensitive and inhumane. Where y'all think y'all gonna get sympathy for that? Y'all gonna get sympathy for that for somebody, from people who don't know better, who don't have a conscience, who don't really care and value other people's lives. Granted, she owes the money, fine, she needs to pay the money. But the route that was taken, in which she was arrested or got thrown out of the apartment, is illegal. Illegal. Okay, so now if she goes to court, or she gets a lawyer, or whatever she does, she has some foot to stand on. There's many of people out here in legitimate apartments, not rooms, legitimate apartments, who haven't paid their rent for months because they're not working, or because that measly 504 that they're getting a week from unemployment is not enough to cover, let alone if they have to cover food. Now, yes, Denise Belfont, Sassy Power, whatever, is, you know, she is a well-known artist, but she's not making or generating this $1 billion income that you guys think. She's not. Okay, and maybe she does. I don't know if she has another skill besides being an entertainer or whatever the case is. But when people fall on hard times like they have right here, it's very, very difficult. I really don't understand it. And that person, whoever she is, that going around and encouraging Tony to do this, and encouraging Tony to throw her out, and encouraging Tony, listen, okay, Tony was with her at some point. I don't know this for sure, but I could tell you just by the conversations that's going on and how messy the situation was, he was with her at some point. So he probably was telling her stuff at some point leading up to whatever the situation is. But you take it upon yourself to go and post up on social media her room, where she living with her kids, or her clothing and everything on the floor. And y'all don't have the right to do that. It's disgusting. There's a lot of situations with people all over the world that's happening right now. Look at what's going on in Lebanon. Look at what is going on in Lebanon. Look at what's going on with all of the Black Lives Matters here. Look what's happening with our health. Look what's happening with police brutality. Look what's happening with so much pedophiles in government that's abusing our kids and still getting off with a slap on the wrist. But you take it upon yourself to go and post this lady and getting arrested and getting kicked out of her room. Shame on you. It's disgusting. It's nasty. It doesn't matter how much money she owes you. Take her to court. Do it legally. You don't do that to somebody. Who knows if she was stuck here for a very long time and she couldn't get out. She couldn't go back home. Or even if she made here her permanent residence, or whatever the case is, she made it her permanent residence during a time that there's a pandemic and there is nothing going on. She don't have no money. She can't get nothing from nowhere. What do you guys expect her to do? She has kids. I see some videos and say, oh, and when she and her daughters was this and fighting and this and this. Yeah. I seen the video. I did see it. And but I did not allow that video to taint the fact of how I feel now. And how I feel now is, I think it's nasty, and I think it's disgusting, and I think that person, whoever is telling Mr. Tony and egging him on, that woman egging him on Tony and this and Tony and that, you're nasty, you're disgusting. Because you as a woman, you're a woman, you have children, regardless if she's sleeping with Tony or she's not sleeping with Tony or whatever the case is. You're a woman, you have kids. To put somebody out, and in the pandemic, I hear parents who giving their young kids, their young kids problems during the pandemic because they want to put them out. There's a time and a place for everything. This is not the time to make such decisions unless your life is in danger. But putting that lady out on the street like that, getting her arrested, and then coming on social media and broadcasting all her business is disgusting. And shame on anybody else who is quick to go and run their mouth and laugh on her. Shame on you, because you know what happened? Tomorrow you'll be on the news. Tomorrow somebody will be posting you and shaming you and ridiculing you over some of the bad decisions that we've made. How many bad decisions have we made as human beings, as women, as men? How many bad mistakes have we made in relationships, in finances, in business? How many bad relationships? But instead, you guys go there and you chastise her and ridicule her and no, you don't do that. She may have a nasty attitude. I've seen her videos. She's a handful. But that does not excuse the fact that it is inhumane and it is illegal. Denise, if you could hear me anywhere, anybody know Denise, let me tell you, honey, housing court might be closed right now, but get a legal aid, especially when a child is involved. And I'm telling you this not because I've know personally, my mom went through the same experience with somebody. And I seen firsthand the devastation that it causes with the finances as well as the health when you have someone in your house that's not paying rent. But I'm a person like this. I'm fair. I'm very transparent. Fear is fear, and wrong is wrong, and it was wrong. And you guys know that. Don't be on here. Oh, I can't tell you don't be on here. You guys are grown. You can do what you want. But it's disgusting of us, a lot of us, to be on here ridiculing her, calling her out, and stuff like that. It's not good. Mr. Tony, I think you're in problems. I think you're in problems. I think you probably need to get a lawyer by now, because she will. Or she should. Okay? This is the middle of a pandemic. Cuomo is paying 4 months back rent to landlords who haven't gotten paid in about 4 months. Okay? I don't know if she was able to apply, not to apply. I don't know her situation. But there is help for people out here who is not able to pay their rent during this time. And going and putting her out? No. No. We got to do better. Us as black people, we must do better. So that's my rant for today. That's my rant for today. Okay, guys. So what you guys think? You think he should have put her out? What do you guys think? I mean, I had the conversation with a friend of mine today, and it was very interesting. You know, and she made some very valid points. What do you guys think? You think he should have put out? You think Mr. Tony and them should have put out? Do you think it's legal, illegal? What do you guys think? Comment, leave your comments below, and I'll comment. Let's try to keep this conversation going, because I'm like so disgusted. Y'all can't understand this. It's been sitting and riding my chest all night. I've been looking at the video all night, and it's disgusting. I don't care if you know about the red dress she had on the lady red dress. The things that we do to each other, the way that we insult each other, the way that we downgrade each other, the way that we try to publicly shame each other. It's a crime. It's a crime against humanity. It's a crime against your fellow man. It's a crime to act this way, in this manner, towards somebody. It's hurtful. It's not godly. You don't do them things. Now, she's a handful, granted. take her to court. Take her to court. People take these situations into their own hands and they end up in jail. People take these situations in their own hands and they end up and they end up in problems. I'm not having nothing much today, you guys. I'm just having some straight business and ginger ale. Nothing much, you know? But I'm just very upset about it. So anyway, take care. Have a good day. Ta-ta. Remember to like, share, comment below. Bye.